Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
And I'm Katie.
And tonight we are going to have a fantastic Christmas-filled episode of Geeks Corner, even though it is not our Christmas episode yet, which we have special surprises coming for that later this month that you are going to either love or run away screaming from. Either is okay.
So surprising. I don't even know.
Yes, we will see. But it is going to be a fun night. We've got a very special guest that's going to be on with us in just a couple of minutes to help the month of Christmas. Like, we thought it'd be fun this year, since we're not seeing, like It's a Small World holiday or Haunted Mansion holiday or massive Christmas trees in the parks, that we would celebrate Christmas in our own little ways. How did you know that somebody said 45 seconds to curtain, Mr. Daps? That's amazing, Clocky. That's very close to what actually happens.
True.
It's like he's here. But we are glad you've all joined us here tonight. As we get started, we thought it would be fun to first talk a little bit about what we now know is Apple's #1 TV streaming app of the year, and that is Disney Plus. Disney Plus has plenty of holiday specials for you to enjoy through the next month. I'm assuming it'll stay longer. But we have a list of all of these holiday movies that are there. Katie, what are you most excited to watch? And you can't see the Arendelle Castle Yule log.
Dang it, I can't.
During the month of December on Disney Plus.
The Santa Claus 1, 2, and 3.
All three of them.
I love the Santa Claus movies. To the point where I sometimes still spell Santa Claus wrong because of that movie title. For so long. And I think, and this is embarrassing, I think it was only a couple years ago I realized there wasn't an E at the end, because I had grown up with those movies and I went, oh, it's because it's the Santa Claus, like the clause in the contract. Anyway.
Yes.
They're very good Christmas movies. I really enjoy them. And I don't think I've watched
Which
them
one's your favorite of the
in
three?
A few years. I have, I think, the strongest connection to the Santa Claus 2.
Oh, okay.
It's the one I remember the most, like, vividly.
Okay.
But 1, 2, and 3 each have something special about them that kind of make you want to curl up and drink hot cocoa.
It's hard to beat the original in my world.
Yeah, no, I understand that completely. But what's yours?
I probably would have to go with either Home Alone,
Okay,
or The Muppet Christmas Carol,
I still haven't seen it.
which is definitely way up there as well. Or there's always a Miracle on 34th Street, which is technically kind of a Christmas show, but to me it's always connected with Thanksgiving, which is funny because I would actually associate Home Alone with Thanksgiving too, because for years I believe NBC played Home Alone after the dog show in the evening on Thanksgiving, and so that one has always kind of been connected more with Thanksgiving as well. But one that I do remember from my childhood that I haven't watched since it came on Disney Plus, and I probably haven't seen it in, I don't even remember how long, is Babes in Toyland is always a lot of fun too.
Oh, yeah.
I see in the chat we've got Muppet Christmas Carol, Mickey's Christmas Carol as well. Also a very good one. That one was one of my favorite growing up. There was something extra magical about Mickey's Christmas Carol that would always just, that was probably one of my earlier memories of Mickey Mouse was actually Mickey's Christmas Carol, because that was something you'd see each year.
I also haven't seen that.
Okay, we'll get to
I really want to watch these movies, especially because I feel like we all kind of need the extra oomph to get into the Christmas spirit this year. I really just want to make a hot cocoa or a hot cider and curl up and watch Christmas movies.
There you go. There you go. Very good. The one that I wish was a Disney or Disney-owned movie is Elf, because that one's way up in my world as well.
Yeah.
I love that one a lot. Another thing that I love to watch every year this time of year, and we're just going to do a little shout out for Chalk right now, is I love to watch the candlelight processional at Disneyland, which obviously is not happening this year. So watch Daps Magic in the coming days, because we are going to be announcing a unique take on this that will be a Chalk fundraiser that we hope you will join us with. And speaking of Chalk fundraisers, tomorrow night they're going to have their Chalk drive-in. There are still tickets, I believe, and I believe There is even a discount code for today because it's Giving Tuesday, which is, Katie?
It is Choco Pals, CHOCO Pals, PALS, all one word, all caps.
And if you go look for it on Daps Magic, you can find the link to buy your tickets. And we'll see you there tomorrow night. Dress warm because it won't be. Anyway, speaking of things that are warm, but in cool places, we have a, is that a good?
That's great.
That was a great segue.
That's really good.
I'm very proud of that.
You should be.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, excellent as well. But warm people in very cool places, we are thrilled tonight to introduce and welcome back our dear friend Luke, who is up in the winter northland of California because it gets so cold up there. Actually, I don't know how cold it is up there, Luke, but he's like, it's 85 degrees. But welcome, Luke. We're glad you're back.
Well, thank you. Glad to be back, even if it's in this little square here.
Yeah, exactly. So we thought it'd be fun. Luke and I were texting earlier this week, and I had my mind blown. I've always heard about how Luke likes to decorate for Christmas. And then I actually saw it, and I was like, oh, we have to show the world this. This is amazing. So we are having a special report with Luke from the winter northland of Northern California. How cold is it up there, Luke?
Right now, probably low 60s, high 50s.
So it might be actually cooler down here because it's 52 degrees according to my watch right now. But Luke has one of the coolest Christmas decoration setups at his house of anywhere.
Period.
Like, it reminds me of this place in Portland, Oregon called Peacock Lane. But he's got the whole lane right here in his house. So we are going to let Luke show just how amazing his yard is. So I'm going to let you all see Luke, and Luke is sitting in front of, or standing in front of his house. And Luke, tell us about what you're in front of right now.
All right. Well, right now I'm in front of Charlie Brown Christmas, something that my dad and I do. We actually make probably 90% of the decorations you're about to see.
Which is amazing.
And,
so you painted that?
Yes. Painted this. Some of our decorations got a bit too heavy for just a couple of people to carry out. So this actually used to be a giant pop-out book. So there was another side. We had characters. But last few years, we just decided we'll just use the cover.
That's
People
cool.
can read the book if they want. And if we move down here, you can see we start getting into Mater's taking up spot in our garage.
And you painted that too.
Yep.
And lightning. That is so cool.
That looks
Lightning and Mater.
amazing.
You know what I love about this is we were at Taste of Mary Farm about a week and a half ago, or 2 weeks ago now, week and a half ago, and so we had peanuts, and then we were at Buena Vista Street on Sunday, and we got to walk to the end, and you could see Cars Land, and so it's like you're recreating our steps, and it's almost like you were kind of with us. Anyway, keep showing. I like the paint job on lightning, the Christmas light.
Yeah. And one thing that my dad and I love to do, and a lot of our work, is we like to hide stuff in it. So people, if they want to come out and look, you might be able to find Buzz and Woody trying to get out with
nice
tool chest, Pizza Planet box, and lots of fun hidden details. Moving,
oh, that's cool.
Just moving out this way a little bit, you can see up on the rooftop, we actually have some Looney Tunes characters who are just circling our house.
Oh yeah, there's Bug. Oh, that's cool.
That is amazing.
And you made that too.
Yep, and they're getting swept up by Taz and his little whirlwind there.
Clever.
And,
is that plywood or something, or like what did you guys make it out of? Okay.
Just about everything here is plywood. Couple of things, like right over here we have Grinch, who is
my
actually
favorite.
helping out Christmas this year, putting up some decorations.
Nice.
So it's after his heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Oh yeah, he's got Max and Cindy Lou here.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. Oh yeah, back here we actually have our Peanuts characters from that
nice.
book.
Whoa.
Oh, that
have
is
them
super cool.
all lined up here.
It looks incredible.
Moving out here, get out to, we have everyone's favorite snowman.
Everybody can get a warm hug.
Aw.
And we also like, kids want to come, they can go ahead, put their head there, take a picture with Olaf.
Nice.
Oh, that's clever.
And in the background here, you got Sven
Nice.
trying to photobomb.
Do I see a minion there too?
Oh yeah, Minions invaded a few years ago.
That's
I love
funny.
that.
Got a number of them just hiding out.
There's
Up on the, what was that?
Is that a sneech? What's on the yellow thing?
It's a sneak.
Oh, I am
Sneaks
so
and-
picking out all these things.
And
I
got
love it.
redfish
Nice.
from other places you'll go. The goat there.
Oh, that is cool.
Up here we have our good trio here, Goofy, Donald, and Pluto.
Oh my
Trying
gosh.
to spread some Christmas cheer, having a little trouble. Goofy
Of
trying to
course.
stay on.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep, got a.
How long did it take
Coca-Cola.
you to put all this up?
This takes about a week.
Wow.
It takes 1 or 2 days to get everything out.
Well, that makes sense why yours looks so much better than my house. I do mine in a day.
Let's see over here. We got Mickey and Minnie
Oh,
exchanging
cute.
gifts.
Oh.
Wow.
And for the weekends, we usually like showing a little movie. So I thought it'd be appropriate. Show us some
Wow.
Geeks Corner.
Oh my gosh.
That was pretty cool.
That's amazing. Have we ever been projected on a house
I
before?
not that I'm aware of.
Out here we have Horton trying to fix one of our light bulbs, being directed by another minion down here.
Oh, that's cute.
Back here we have some more minions, and we get into Rudolph characters,
You have
Nutcrackers.
the abominable snowman in the back from
Yep,
Rudolph.
Got Bumbles back there.
Oh.
Oh, that is sweet.
Got some Madagascar penguins up on a
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
iceberg.
Smile and wave, boys.
Oh, that is good.
Another fun spot to take a picture is minions freezing you. You can actually stand behind here, and
Oh, clever.
looks like you're frozen in ice.
Oh my gosh.
And do people actually like come up and take pictures and stuff?
Oh yeah, we'll be sitting in the living room and notice a few cars driving slow. Maybe some people wandering around taking pictures. It's just a lot of fun watching them do that. Just to get some idea of how tall these guys are.
And you're tall.
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
tall.
Like
Is
I'm
that
really
back
short
here?
next to you.
I'm even shorter.
Back here, this is our gingerbread castle.
Oh,
Got
that
my,
is super
Bumbles.
cool.
And yeah, I've got just little bits of everything. I'm pretty sure I've missed stuff here and there.
Oh,
Like I
that
said,
is
we got
super.
a lot of stuff.
Could
Won't
you
walk in
send
front of the
us
light.
that picture of of the entire front of the house, and we'll put it in the show notes?
Yeah,
That'd be cool. Then people can see the scope, because this is just amazing. And what I love about this is probably more lights than like anywhere else that we can go right now.
100%.
Like we've like, this is our bit of Christmas cheer for the first episode, and I don't know how we can match this.
I
Like
don't know either.
it's like, how are we gonna get, like, what's our next Christmas cheer? That is super cool, Luke.
yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Thank you so much. What was the new thing? You said you add to it each year when we were talking before the show. Like, what was your new, like this year,
New
what was the
thing
addition?
This year, it was the screen. The movie
Oh, cool.
projector.
Oh, cool.
That's very cool.
It's a good addition.
That's an excellent addition. So very cool, Luke. Thank you for hopping on, and Merry Christmas to you. We're
Merry
glad that you
Christmas.
got to be here with us tonight, and we will have to have you on again. Like, we should do this regularly,
Yes,
right?
we should, because we miss you a lot. Just don't drink
Let him
clam
know
juice.
how much you miss him in the comments, everybody. But all right, Merry Christmas, Luke, and we will see you soon.
Aw.
That is how you kick off the Christmas month properly. Luke is
Yes.
amazing, and I just can't imagine. Like, I can't paint like that. Like that.
Oh, no.
That blows my mind. He is ridiculously talented. The Lights of Luke. That's what we should
The
call
Lights of
because
Luke.
that's what I
That's
put it in the
very
show
good.
notes, and I didn't even pay attention to
Wow.
what I wrote several
You didn't
hours
even
ago.
realize how genius it was.
Apparently not. All right, well, let's move into the news and let's talk a little bit about the week in Geek, where there was a lot of news that happened this week. We're only going to hit some of it because we thought we'd focus on more of the fun stuff. And
Yeah.
you know, it's Christmas. One of the fun things that arrived this week, though, was the online reservations for Carthay Circle Lounge. And it was kind of one of those funny things where I think it was Friday morning or something. Wednesday. Oh, yeah, because it was the weird people had time off. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But anyway, Wednesday morning, a tweet went out from the Disneyland Twitter, and then it went away, and it said there was reservations coming, and immediately the website was overloaded. And like, I was on it, and I know Murray was on it, and a bunch of people. And it was kind of one of those, like, it had you in a holding queue and it said something was happening, but you didn't really know if it was happening or not. And so I was like, well, I don't know if this is a fluke or is this actually something that they're doing? And they made him, you know, like, is it a mistake or a real thing? So we kept trying. I actually couldn't get it to work. Katie tried it several hours later and got right in and got reservations. So good for her.
I used the app. That was the secret.
That was the secret. It worked very well. So we got to go to Buena Vista Street on Sunday. We'll have an entire vlog, DAPS vlog about that up really soon, probably this coming Sunday. It was my first time back to Buena Vista Street since the night it closed. And that was a weird thing for me because I was there basically right until the bitter end of when it closed.
True.
You know, we had a different Disneyland Resort president then. She was right off to my left, Rebecca Campbell, waving at people as they say goodbye with all the characters and managers and cast members. And it really was a magical moment that as I think back about it now, it'd be interesting to go watch those videos again that I shot. But it was kind of a surreal moment, but we all had every expectation that we'd be back in a few weeks. And now, months and months and months later, we just now made it back to one portion of that Buena Vista Street. What did you think, Katie, of the reservation system itself, since you were the one that got it to work?
It's definitely wonky. I was trying to pull it up on the app, and the app kept redirecting me to the website. It kept trying to push me to the website. I don't know if that would be different now because there's not as much demand. But then, funny enough, it pushed me to the website, and there was no reservations. And I went, oh, okay, bummer. But then I looked back at the app, and there was still reservations for Sunday. So I don't entirely know how that works.
You never know.
Yeah, it was bizarre. But it worked. And that's what matters. I had the email confirmation and I was like, listen.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed like it was a pretty easy system. And it seemed like once people were able to get to the virtual queue on the website, reservations were right there for pretty much any day people were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And that was great. There's a $10 cancellation fee if you do decide to cancel your reservation. So hoarding reservations is a bad thing. Don't do that.
Unless you're going to go to all of them.
But Disney definitely does not recommend that you make all reservations you can and then just cancel whichever ones you don't want.
Yep. Well, I'm looking right now and I don't see any reservations for this coming weekend. Just a brief look at on Buena Vista Street. But that I could be wrong. I don't know. But it is working on the app, it appears.
That's great. But yeah, so it was super easy. Got to the check-in desk at our time. Told them our name.
Super easy.
Got sat within 5 minutes, I want to say.
Quick,
like it was extremely fast. And it was wonderful.
I think the big thing that I noticed through the whole thing is how diligent everybody was. And not even just there, but all of Buena Vista Street. And it wasn't just like the rank and file cast members. You saw the cast members in their suits that were doing wipe downs and
picking up trash and
all sorts of, like, they were doing all of the jobs. It seemed like everybody was being responsible for creating a safe environment. And when you have that kind of leadership, I really think that that helps a lot of things. And I've been noticing that kind of leadership throughout all of the process, where it's not just, rank and file cast members that maybe they're stores or restaurants or whatever it is. It's like you have management doing these jobs as well. And I really think that's a smart move and a good morale booster as well. Just to be doing it all together and showing you're all in this together in this really weird time and weird situation. Because I can't imagine if you'd have asked us any time a few months ago, would we be able to just walk onto Buena Vista Street for free? Like, that's weird, right?
It's extremely weird.
Like, and you can just walk onto Buena Vista Street. Like, and who would have guessed that even a couple months ago? And
if you had told us that a month ago,
yeah,
we probably would have believed you. It's insane. You don't ever think of you pay a $10 parking fee, but even then that's cheaper than parking was before the parks closed. It's crazy. It's surreal. That's kind of what I've been saying since it reopened, is it's surreal. Look forward to the video that we have coming.
I think it's a good video that really captures what it's like, and you get to see me geek out about being on Buena Vista Street again. So that'll be kind of fun too. Hopping across the pond, Disneyland Paris is not open anymore, but it continues to work on an upcoming attraction called Cars Route 66 Road Trip, and this is kind of replacing their old tour attraction, but they've given an update that gives a look at what the loading area for this is going to look like, and it's actually pretty cool. And I might even be able to show it to you. I don't know. We will see as I talk, but it's interesting looking at it because it has kind of, I hope you can see this. There you go. It has kind of a Cars meets Incredibles feel.
I was thinking Incredibles when I looked at it.
Yeah, totally. What do you think about this attraction, though, overall, Katie? And what do you think about this update?
I love Cars. I love the Pixar movie Cars. I also love Cars 2 and 3. So if you think those are controversial opinions, I don't want to hear about it.
I like them too.
But
I like them all.
I know. I think it's very fun. I really loved to see the merchandise they were putting out as well. That was cool like too. The postcards. Clocky, they have postcards.
Guess you gotta go to Paris.
But I love the feel of Cars and Cars Land. And I think that Cars Land just does such an exceptional job of capturing the feel of Radiator Springs. And I hope that this does that. Currently, when I look at the loading area, I don't feel it. It doesn't. The color scheme doesn't really evoke the cars. It feels more Incredibles. Like I said, Incredicoaster. You look at that loading area; it's a lot of sharp angles. It's a lot of retro. Feels more Incredibles to me. I am so willing to be proved wrong. I would love that. I just think that Cars evokes a very certain feel, and currently I'm not getting that.
You know what's weird too about this, as I'm thinking about this, is when you go to Cars Land, they have 3 attractions. 3? Yeah. Mm-hmm. 3 attractions that are manned by people that you don't even second guess that, like, oh, there's people in a Cars world. And like, Luke, I've never even considered it. It's just like, okay, whatever. But I looked at this one and I'm like, huh, that's weird. That looks like a stand that people are going to be standing in a Cars world. And it threw me. And I don't know why it's different. I think it's because it looks so Incredibles to me.
I think it's because since it doesn't fit into the Cars universe, you start to automatically second guess it.
Yeah, I really expect to see like Mr. Incredible standing right there.
I think it's very similar. You and I have been listening to Matt Vogel's podcast Below the Frame, where he talks about Sesame Street and Muppets, and it's very fun. But they said something about sometimes.
And if you ever want to be on this, we'd love to talk with you, Matt.
Please, that'd be amazing.
And everybody should tweet at Matt Vogel and tell him he should come on Geeks Corner. We'll even do an earlier show for you if you want.
But they said something about sometimes there are two-handed puppets and sometimes they'll just stuff the second hand.
Yeah.
But they said with some scenes or depending, it just looks unnatural and you start to immediately think, oh, that's a puppet.
Yep.
And you don't want to have that thought. And I think that it's just funny. I was listening to that episode today. And so I think that we're kind of having that where we're like, oh, that's a loading area. Not, oh, this is part of the Cars universe. Oh, we are identifying it as what it is supposed to be.
Also, yeah, I think it's almost a mistake to show us this because it gives me too much to think about.
I agree.
And I almost just want to see the final product and be like, oh yeah, it's Cars. It's fine. And I want to see, the eyes on the cars and I want it to feel like Cars. And I think Radiator Springs is probably the best. Like, it's not going to be a Radiator Springs, it might be like the slow touring part of it.
Yeah.
But you're not in the cars. But I'm really curious to see how that ends up. Like, is it going to be a thing where you really do feel immersed in the world? Or is it going to be kind of like, oh, this is where they make the movies Cars and you're getting to go on the set of that? Like, it'll be interesting to see how they played out.
Definitely.
I think just judging by the people that are working on it, though, it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be one of those things where like, I want to go do that.
Yeah.
But we will keep you posted as we learn more about this attraction. And let's hop back across the pond to Florida, where fireworks are now back at the Magic Kingdom, sort of. It's the little ones that they shoot off the castle, which I think is an interesting choice because you do have to be closer to the castle to see those. Whereas the ones that shoot off back behind Fantasyland, I feel like you can see from just about anywhere. But these are being shot off during their little projection moments. And I think there's 4 of them, if I'm correct, that are happening each night at Magic Kingdom. And what do you think about fireworks returning at this point?
Okay, I'm taking this from 2 sides. One side of me is so excited. As a Disney fan, I love to see fireworks. Disney parks don't feel complete without fireworks to me. And these projection moments and these fireworks feel magical. And I'm so glad they're happening. Mm-hmm. The other side of me is like, oh, we're doing projection shows and fireworks, which is a reason for people to crowd on Main Street when they start happening. Because even if you don't announce when the times are, when they start happening, people are going to crowd.
Stop.
It's just going to happen. And even though it is outside and even though everyone is wearing their masks very safely and properly, it's still not a good idea to have crowds. And since they've upped capacity and it just concerns me. And I'm not saying that Disney World is unsafe. I've seen a lot of wonderful things coming out of there. I just question this a little bit. And maybe it'll happen and I can be proved wrong and things will be great and everyone will keep moving as they always do during fireworks shows at Disneyland.
I don't think it's either. I think they stop in front of the castle either way.
100%.
The one thing we noticed is the one place, it wasn't busy, but it was busier than anywhere else, was that the hub area is people take pictures. And the things I have seen, it's busier than that, but I don't feel like it was like fireworks busy.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is if you really want a fireworks show, this is going to be underwhelming and you're not going to really care anyway, which is where I think that's the balance they're trying to hit is like, let's give you a little bit of pixie dust, but we're not going to give you the full sprinkling. Like we're not taking it in Everland. And, you're just going to fly above the bed a little bit. And to use the Peter Pan analogy of the movie. But I think it's cute. Like, I honestly, I don't know that if I were a local and this was Disneyland, I would probably watch it once and I'd be like, oh, that's nice. And so right now they're really focusing most of their marketing on kind of the locals in that area of the country. And yes, other people are showing up, but really the focus is Florida and the surrounding states. And so I have a feeling that kind of might be happening as well, where it's like you see it once and you're like, okay, that was cool, but it wasn't happily ever after. It wasn't Believe in Holiday Mat. Like it's not that huge over the top emotional swelling show. It's just like, oh, that was nice. But speaking of, so we'll see how this plays out. We'll see if they keep doing it. And see if they add things other places. Like to me, I think Epcot would be a prime place to be adding some nighttime bits of pixie dust in the middle of the lagoon or something. Like,
Yeah.
just like, that's a great place for it.
Agreed.
As we wrap up the show tonight, though, Katie, what is your favorite theme or in the parks, Christmas, holiday, whatever entertainment offering that you've ever seen?
Easy. Mickey's Happy Holidays.
Mickey's Happy Holidays,
To the point where,
which is currently on our homepage.
I was gonna say, which maybe it's because there's an extra nostalgia tied to last year's holiday season now, because it may be our last quote unquote normal holiday season for a bit as we transfer back to things being safe, and parks eventually even reopening. But Epcot is using the Mickey's Happy Holidays music right now for a cavalcade, and I teared up because I miss it so much. Mickey's Happy Holidays was just such a fun show. Like, you really didn't need to camp out for it. You could pretty much walk right up. You could catch it at either the obelisk, which I still love to say, or at the storyteller statue, or anywhere along the parade route. And it was super fun. So many different characters. Country bears were there half the time, which I find to be amazing. And it was just a happy show.
And catchy.
It's
like,
probably,
you say it and it gets stuck in your head. Like, it'll be in my head for the next 24 hours probably.
But yeah, that show just makes me so happy, and I miss it. And I've honestly been watching videos of it lately, which I don't do very frequently, because half the time watching videos to me just makes my missing of the theme parks like worse. But Mickey's Happy Holidays I have been watching.
Cool. That's a good one. That one definitely would rank pretty high for me as well. I think my absolute favorite every year is Candlelight. Granted, that's a single weekend if you're at the Disneyland Resort, but that would probably be up there pretty high. And Believe in Holiday Magic. Like, that's just one of the best fireworks shows, I think. So that would be up there for me as well.
I thought you were going to say the holiday tag to Illuminations.
That was pretty good too. I actually forgot about that one. Yeah, that one blew my mind a little bit. That one was super. Yeah, that one actually might be up there. Sorry, Mickey. Oh yeah, that was a good one. All right, so let us know what you thought, or what your favorite Christmas holiday show is in the parks, past or present. We'd love to hear from you. And maybe we'll revisit this next year. Let us also next week. Next week, we will try to figure out another Christmas magical moment that we can share with you. If you have any ideas, let us know. Who knows? Maybe Luke will have ideas. I don't know. But it will be hard to beat the front of Luke's house, because there has to be thousands upon thousands of lights there. But we're running out of time, Katie. So what should people do?
Just go to YouTube. No, just go to dapsmagic.com. I'm so sorry. I don't know what just happened. Dapsmagic.com. Check out all the Disney and geek news as it happens. Subscribe to our mailing list. Find our Patreon there. Also, maybe you could find my brain while you're at it. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, which I already said. You can find us on pretty much any social media platform. So connect with us there. Have a conversation.
Connect with us there. Subscribe. You won't want to miss any of the videos we got coming up. We've still got stuff we're posting from Florida, amazingly enough. And we'll have some fun stuff coming up on YouTube for the holidays as well. But that is all the time we have for you this week. So we will see you around the corner.
Bye.